called on the Lord. I said, man, Father, this is real. Will you watch over them? Will you raise them up to be strong? I'm just a man with flesh. This is what you called for in your scriptures. You said they wore studs and fringes, they got it on. You said they will follow the law, they doing it. You said under Yahanna they ought to love one another, and they doing it.
You know, there's people in this country, there's people in our administration that want America to be great so badly that they are taking extreme measures called the National Guard. They're doing actually extreme things because they want America to be great again, which really means, will America be white again? That's what they really mean by that. Well, the Bible has predicted, and not even predicted, the Lord has said, long thousands of years ago, what was to happen to this nation called America. America is the modern day Babylon. And everybody knows who Babylon is, right? Babylon was an ancient empire who had so many, it was a conglomerate of gods where people would come and worship these false gods. And the Lord came down and destroyed Babylon. And he said he was going to do it again. And we're going to look at the scriptures of how the Lord will destroy this modern Babylon, what we call America. Give me Jeremiah 51. We're going to go through here, and I'm going to show you step by step how the Lord is actually going to destroy this so-called country that is called a great nation. This so-called country that always claims in God we trust. We'll see how the Lord feels about this country. And if we can do that, can we reason together, DC? Can we look at what the Bible says? We have people that are in leadership in this country that always quote this book, but they never seem to quote what the Bible says about this nation. All right? So we're going to get into this Bible today, and I want you to look at and hear and listen to all the scriptures that you hear about what the Lord will do for America. Let's get Jeremiah 51, verse 1. Jeremiah 50, chapter 51, verse 1. And let's read and hear what the Lord has to say about America, which is called Babylon. You got that, brother? Read.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 1. Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon.
Notice how the Lord said, I will raise up against Babylon. And this at the time was a prophecy. That Babylon is talking about is America. Read on.
And against them that dwell in the midst of them.
And against them that dwell in the midst of them. Go ahead.
That rised up against me and destroying wind.
That rised up against me. What culture or nation of people has really despised the statutes of the Most High? You can't say it's the black man, Hispanic man, and Native man. There's a group of people that have despised the statutes of the Most High, despised his commandments. And guess what? The Lord said that he would go against them like a destroying wind. Let's read verse 2.
Verse 2. And will send unto Babylon fanners.
It will send unto Babylon fanners. Fanners means foreigners. That means foreigners is going to rise up against Babylon. I don't know if people have been watching the news, but you'll see a lot of these foreign nations are now they're now uniting together. They are now uniting together and making alliances. Why do you think they're making alliances? Because ultimately they're going to come against this modern Babylon. Read on.
That shall fan her and shall empty her land.
Shall fan her and empty her land. The Lord is going to send foreigners here to empty this land that they call a great nation. Read on.
For in that day of trouble they shall be against her around about.
These nations that are against are going to come against America. And you know why they're going to come against America? Somebody tell me, why would the Lord send these nations against America? Why is the Lord so angry with America? Does anybody want to take a shot at it? Why would the Lord be so angry with America? This is supposed to be a nation that says in God we trust, right? This is supposed to be the land of democracy. So then why does the Lord so against this nation? You want me to help you out? Because of the crimes they have done to our people. The only reason this nation has been so-called great is because the blacks, Hispanics, and Native have made it great. That's the only reason why it's great. But the crimes that they have done to the children of Israel, the Lord has not forgotten. And because the Lord has not forgotten, he is going to rain down plagues. And one of the first things he's going to do is bring a foreign nation or alliances of nations against the United States. Let's go to verse 6. Let's see what else the Lord is going to do. Verse 6.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 6.
And now when you read this scripture, this is talking to us, black man, Hispanic man, Native man. The Bible was written for you. The Bible is your historical book. The Bible is your lineage. So when the Lord is telling you and giving you a directive, he's talking to you. This is what he tells us to do. Read.
Flee out of the midst of Babylon.
Flee out of the midst of Babylon. Now what is that really trying to say? Is that trying to say take a plane out of Babylon? No, it says not to follow after the ways of Babylon. Come out of that Democratic Party. Come out of that Republican Party. Come out of whatever party you think is going to save you. The only alliance that you need to have is the alliance with the Most High and the Israelites. That's the only alliance that you need to have. And what back here? The men of the I.S.U.P.K. are doing that. So it says flee out of Babylon. Read on. Thank you, brother.
And deliver every man his soul.
And deliver every man his soul. Why?
Be not cut off in her iniquity.
Be not cut off in her iniquity. America has done so many crimes. He's done so many crimes to our First Nation brothers. He's done so many crimes to the black man. He's done so many crimes to the Hispanic man that these things have reached all the way up into heaven where the Most High dwells. And the Most High says to not be cut off in her iniquity. Read on.
For this is the time of the Lord's vengeance.
This is the time of the Lord's vengeance. Who in their right mind is going to stand in the way of the Lord's vengeance? Not I. Because when the Lord's vengeance, I was taught by this by one of my captains. When the Lord's vengeance rains down, children are destroyed. Families are destroyed. Nations are destroyed. When the Lord sends down his vengeance, plagues come down by the tons. You don't want to be caught up in that. Read.
He will render unto her a recompense.
He's going to render unto her what she deserves. When you know this country always says, well, there's a black on black crime, and look what the black Hispanic man has done. When blacks, Hispanics, or natives do crimes in this country, they actually have to go to trial and they have to pay for those crimes. But let me ask you this. Should America pay for the crimes that she has done? Should America pay for the crimes? There's people in this country that will try to go around that and try to get people to forget of the crimes. But guess what? You know who doesn't forget? The Most High never forgot those crimes. And he's going to render on America what she is due. Let's jump to verse 7. Read.
Okay. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand.
Babylon has a golden cup. That cup is the cup of influence. America has influenced these other nations to sin and to do ridiculousness like going against the black man, Hispanic man, and Native man. America has influenced other countries to hate us. That's why when one of our officers up here, Officer Kazak up here said, it doesn't matter where the white man is, whether he's in Australia, Austria, they all hate the black man. Then guess who taught them? The American white man taught them that. The American white man taught them how to hate the black man. The American white man taught us like this. Vietnam, Korea, they all hate the American black man. They all hate the Hispanic man. They all hate the Native man. America has been the biggest influence of hating you, black man, of hating you, Hispanic man, of hating you, Native man. And so now the Lord is going to render what she is due. Read on.
Okay. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken.
It's made all the earth drunken. People have drunk in this democracy that America has talked about. What?
The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad.
Therefore, the nations are drunken with America's sins. They have drunk in what they call the Kool-Aid of what America has taught them. Right. They have made other nations believe that it's okay to slaughter black people, to slaughter Hispanic people, to slaughter a Native people. And they taught other nations and say, just forget about it. Anytime the black man, Hispanic man, Native man talks about the crimes that have been brought against them, people always say it was a long time ago. Just forget about it. Just forgive them. Just forgive them of their crimes. When every other nation, if they had crimes against them, they got, reparations. Reparations for the crimes that was done. Some even nations have got a whole country that doesn't even belong to them. But that's something, but that's okay, because you know who's going to fight for us, Israel? It's going to be the God of this Bible that's going to fight for us. No nation is going to stand against our God. Let's keep reading. Let's read on. Let's jump to verse 27. We'll get some more on this. Verse 24. Let's get some more on this. I hope people are understanding of why the Lord is going to come down and punish America. Because guess what? If America is not punished for her crimes, guess what America's going to keep doing? She's going to continue to do the same crimes. If a criminal keeps doing the same crimes and getting away with it, that criminal's not going to repent. That criminal's not going to stop. That criminal's just going to get better with their crimes. And that's what's happened here in America. America's just been more subtle with their crimes. They've been more subtle how they deal with the black man. They've been more subtle how they deal with the Hispanic man. They've been more subtle how they deal with the Native man. But they have the same spirit that their forefathers had. That's why they keep saying, let's make America great again. Because they want America to be white again. They want the white man to be held high and the black man to be under his foot. They want the black man to bow down when he walks past. They want the white woman to be elevated and the black man go and serve her. That's what they really want again, and that's what they really mean when they say, let's make America great again. However, but God has a different plan. Let's read what God's plan is. Read verse 24.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 24. And I will render unto Babylon and all the inhabitants of Chaldea all their evil.
All their what?
Evil.
All their evil.
That they have done.
That they have done. All their evil that they have done. All the gentrification. All the redlining. All the flooding of the projects with drugs. All the putting our children in cages at the borders. All of taking our kids and putting them into schools and making them forget who their lineage was. All their what?
Evil.
All their what?
Evil.
The crimes that they have done. Babylon, which is America, will have rendered all the crimes that she has done. Keep reading.
All their evil that they have done in Zion.
And when it's talking about Zion here, when you see the word Zion in Jerusalem in the Bible, that's talking about God's people.
That's right.
That's talking about the Israelites, who are the blacks, Hispanics, and Native. Right. So all the evil that they have done to you, black man, the Most High is going to repay her. Read on.
Right.
Oh God. In your sight, saith the Lord.
And it's going to be in our sights. We are going to see these things happen. We are going to see more plagues drop down. We're going to see other foreigners come and attack America.
Right.
And it's going to be done right in our sight.
Right.
All you have to do, black man, or all we have to do, black man, is obey the Most High. That's right. We just have to obey the Most High. And one of the first steps you could do is come get a flyer over here and learn and get into the UPK and learn from the prophets and priests of the Most High. All of these men back here, all of us, were once where you were. All of us stood on the other side and had to listen and learn and come back and listen and learn about the laws, about the statutes and the commandments of the real, true God, the supreme God that's going to come and destroy Babylon. Let's jump to verse 49. Actually, let's read verse 25.
Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain.
He's talking to America. Which nation on this earth has gone into pretty much every nation and destroyed the ecosystems, destroyed the habitats, destroyed nations? He said, I am against you, O destroying mountain. That's what America is. Read.
Saith the Lord, which destroyeth all the earth.
Destroy what?
All the earth.
Destroyeth all the earth. America has been the biggest nation. America has been the biggest nation that has destroyed all the earth. Even animals don't exist no more because of the American white man.
Right.
The ecosystem is just completely destroyed because of the white man, because of the crimes. And you know what's so interesting? Because I love science. You know when COVID happened, when the Lord sent that plague, that COVID-19, and the earth was at rest, do you know the earth actually started to repair itself in that small bit of time? That just shows you what the white man has done to this earth in all these years and all these times that he has done. He's destroying the whole ecosystem. When the earth had a chance to get rest from the white man's wickedness, then the earth started to repair itself. Thank you, sister. Read on.
Okay. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Lord, which destroys all the earth, and I will stretch out my hand upon thee.
It is a scary thing when our God stretches out his hand upon you, because there's nothing that you can do about it. There's nothing this nation, no military might, no National Guard, no Secret Service, no whatever group that you think is the baddest group is going to be able to stand against the Lord's wrath. Read.
And roll thee down from the rocks, and will make thee a burnt mountain.
It means a burnt mountain. Do you know what that means? The Lord is going to set this place on fire. He is going to burn America. That's right. Then what means that people won't even be able to inhabit this place anymore. He's going to burn the people too. The people that have caused other nations to be burnt, he is going to render to this nation what they've done to others. That's right. Read on. Let's go jump to verse 25. Oh, come, sir. Let's jump to verse 49. Verse 49. Let's find out some more about what the Most High feels about it. Read.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 49. As Babylon hath caused the slain of Israel to fall.
The Babylon has caused the slain of Israel to fall. America has caused, these crimes of America has caused the black man, Hispanic, and Native man to fall. Right. And that's why my Officer Kazak spoke it so well, eloquently earlier. We need to stop blaming each other. It says Babylon, America, the white man, has caused us to fall. Stop blaming each other and saying black on black crime. Blame the white man for your troubles, because the Bible says it. He's caused Israel to fall. That is the white man and his actions and his laws and his democracies and his documents and his lawyers. That has caused you to fall, black man. Stop blaming each other. Read.
So at Babylon shall fall the slain of all the earth.
So Babylon will fall and be slain of all the earth. This country and the white man that's in it will be slain. And you know why? Some people say, well, that doesn't sound fair. You know why it's actually fair? Because if he is not punished for his crimes, guess what? His children are going to do the same thing. His children are actually attempting to do the same thing. That's why this younger generation are saying, let's make America great again. Because they've seen the history of their forefathers. They've seen the tapes, the documents, the historical records. And they said, I want to be just like my grandfather, who owned the black man, who owned the Hispanic man, who owned the Native man. And the way to do that is we have to be great again. That means we have to be over the black man, Hispanic man, and Native man. But we have a powerful power here that has a different plan for them. That's right. Let's read. Let's jump to verse 52. Read.
Wherefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that will I do judgment upon her graven images.
I will do judgment upon her graven images. And a lot of times the graven image has to do with the leaders. He's going to do judgment on the leaders of this country, because the leaders are causing you to fall, black man and Hispanic man. The leaders are making the laws and the policies to cause you to fall, to crush you, to cause you not to always make you seem like you can't get a break, that you can't get a decent break in this country. And that's what they are doing. That's why he said he's going to go after the graven image, our leaders, the religious leaders, the Democrats, the Republicans, your pastors. That's right. Your pastors are to be at fault for this too. The pastors have influenced you to believe that everything the white man has done is forgivable. Your pastors have taught you to believe that we should just forget about it. Your pastors have taught you, us black men, that it's just okay and that we should just love our enemies. The pastors are, and let's look at it. The Lord does not love everybody in this book. That's right. And the Lord does not love the white man in this book. Right. And if you have that beg to differ, come and let's have a conversation about it. That's right. Let's have a conversation about it, because the Lord doesn't love everybody. That's right. Continue to read.
And through all her land the wounded shall groan.
The wounded shall groan. See, people understand, people that know this book know that when the Lord came down and struck Egypt, there was a great cry throughout the land of Egypt. There was a great mourning about the land of Egypt. America is a modern day Babylon and a modern day Egypt.
That's right.
And when the Lord sends that plague, when the Lord sends his angels to come through and slaughter maybe even the firstborn, or slaughter the people of this country that have done their crimes, there will be a great cry throughout the land. And there will be no God to save them. But we have a God. We have a power that will save us if we are obeying and following the law, statutes, and commandments. We have a power that will protect us when there is a great cry throughout the land. Just like there was a power that protected the Israelites when they were in Egypt. When the angels came and slaughtered the firstborn of Egypt, from the firstborn to the Pharaoh to the firstborn of his servants. There was a great cry. And we as Israelites, we heard that cry. But we were protected because we obeyed the Lord. And that's what we need to do. We have to obey the Lord and do what our Father says so that he can fight for us. Let's go get some more on this. Let's go to verse 54. Let's go to verse 54. Read.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 54. A sound of a cry cometh from Babylon.
A sound of a cry cometh from Babylon. This is the Lord executing his judgment. A cry is coming from Babylon. Read.
And a great destruction from the land of the Chaldeans.
And a great destruction. There's going to be a great cry when the Lord brings his wrath. And guess what? The Lord is not going to fight these nations for, several years like our world wars. It will be done in an hour.
That's right.
This nation will be crushed in an hour, just like he crushed Egypt, more than likely in an hour. Real quick.
Because the Lord has spoiled Babylon and destroyed out of her the great voice.
Destroyed out of her the great voice. The great voice that she thinks she has. The Lord will destroy. The Lord will humble America and mute her. She will not be able to speak no more.
That's right.
We'll jump to verse 57, Baba Kushal.
Verse 57. And I will make her drunk, her princes, and her wise men, her captains, and her rulers.
All the leadership will be made drunk. They won't know what's going on with them as they're being destroyed. They will be mourning and crying and confused. They won't be able to defend themselves because they won't know what's going on. Read.
Her mighty men, and they shall sleep, and they shall sleep a perpetual sleep.
And they shall sleep. Wait a minute. I thought the Lord loved everybody.
Right.
Wait a minute. Why does it say they shall sleep a perpetual sleep? What does a perpetual sleep mean? What does that actually mean? Come on, DC. It's the capital. I know what you know. They will say perpet means forever.
That's right.
They will be sleep forever. So once the Lord lays them flat, they will be sleep forever. Read.
And not wake.
And now what?
And not wake.
And not wake, Lord.
Saith the King, whose name is the Lord of hosts.
Come, jump to verse 58.
Come. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the broad walls of Babylon shall be utterly broken.
All the guards and all the military might shall be broken down.
That's right.
All the Space Force and the military force, all the military forces, the Air Force, what else is the Marines, the Army Rangers, the Navy SEALs will be brought down in an hour. Read.
Come. And her high gates shall be burned with a fire.
Her high gates, her mighty battleships, all the things that we think is going to protect us will be brought down and will be burned with fire.
And the people shall labor in vain.
And the people will labor in vain. They're going to try to do something because America is so haughty. They're going to try to do something. So we need to fight this being that's coming against us. Won't be a fight. Really won't be a fight. It will be done very quickly.
Come.
It will massacre. Come, sir.
And the folk in the fire, and they shall be weary. The word which Jeremiah.
All right. They shall be weary. They will be screaming and howling, saying, "What's going on?" When they try to fight against the God of the Lord of hosts. Guess what? You don't have to be scared of that black man, Hispanic man, Native man. If you obey the Lord, and there's a good if. That's why the Lord said, if you obey my statute, then you will have life. You have nothing to worry about. You actually, when you see these things, count it all joy. Because you know that your salvation has drawn near. You know that the Lord, you know that our King, Yahanna, will finally set up a kingdom that has justice, a kingdom where out of Zion will go forth the law. You should count it all joy. Unlike other people, other like the white man, you should be very scared. Your kingdom is right here and it's coming down. It's coming down, your walls are coming down. If I were you, just enjoy the last moments that you have, because the Lord is returning quickly, like a thief in the night.